was a grown-ass man when this happened, and so this was 2011, around February, and my body started to become lactose intolerant, but I didn't know it yet, and so I was still eating all the same shit, all, cereal for breakfast every morning, cheese sticks, pizza, just everything. And I could not leave the house at all. I was just constantly on the toilet, and it was just hot garbage coming out of me. And I had a date that was coming up with this just insanely hot girl that I don't know how she decided to go. I managed to make her say yes. Spent months of convincing her just to like me. And it worked. And so we're finally at the date, and my stomach's kind of feeling gross, and I don't want anything to do with food, and we're on the way to the movies, and she wants to stop and eat, and I don't want to do that at all. But she wants to stop, so we gotta stop, and so we stop at this diner on 112th, and we're talking and we're eating, and I got like a salad or something, like I'm not gonna risk it. And she makes this joke, this just insanely inhuman joke, and I just started cracking up. I was crying, and when you're laughing that hard, your stomach contracts, and just everything is intense, and I just had a shart, just a fat, horrible shart, and it didn't make a sound. It was like, but it was very unpleasant. And I'm sitting there right after it happened, and I don't want her to catch on, so I'm trying to play it cool for a moment, but she's able to pick up on it right away, and she asks if I'm okay, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm feeling so good. And so then I just shuffle off to the bathroom, and I take off my undies, and they're past the point of no return. It is just terrible. I'm just sitting there in the stall freaking out, and I don't know what to do, and I'm in survival mode, and so just like a goddamn dumbass, I throw them in the toilet and decide to flush them. And they go down, but then all the water builds up, and then they re-emerge, and then they slosh over the side of the bowl, and I'm just freaking out, and I clean myself off as much as I can, and I decide I need to get out of the bathroom because now the toilet's overflowing. So then I have this hot, just gross thing of cotton in my hand, and I decide I'm just going to throw it away. And as soon as I'm throwing it away, in the motion, with my arm going like that, I hear some guy behind me, and it was just this old guy right there in the doorway, and he just had like one sniff, and then he just dirty look, and just shakes his head and walks out, and I'm just sitting there like, oh well, I'm never gonna see him again. I just need to get out of here. I can't be in here any longer. Throw him away, run out of there, and I'm free balling it the rest of this time, so I'm going commando. And I'm sitting there with her, and we're talking, and kind of finished dinner, and we're standing in the line to pay, and she leans over to me, and she's like, "Is it me, or does it smell like shit?" And I thought she knew. I thought she was being really polite, but I thought she knew. And I didn't want her to let her know that I knew, so I'm trying to play it off as much as I can. I'm like, oh, yeah, it must be this old couple in front of us, it's just what happens. You just lose all control. And she believed it, and I thought I was home free. And she was just looking at them, she was all like sad, I'm like, oh, that must be terrible to get that old to just not know everything. And the old couple, as they're walking away, it was the same old bastard who'd saw me in the bathroom. And he turns around, and he gives me this awful look, this terrible look, like I had committed war crimes against the Aleppo children. And with that one glance, that one look, she picked up on it, and she knew instantly. I had no idea. She was so smart like that. It was crazy. She just figured it out. No words were exchanged. And I pay for the food, and we walk out to my car. And she immediately goes, "Take me home. Take me home. I want to go home." And just my heart sank. Like, I just felt like complete, utter shit. and we get in the car, and she does one of those where she rolls down the window and she looks out the window. The whole car ride home is just silent. We don't even have like the radio on, and it's just painful. And she gets out of the car and we don't even say goodbye. And we're not even Facebook friends today. It's not even like that. Like, she completely ghosted me. Like, I've never seen her since. And I can't believe it. It's just terrible. But what pisses me off about the whole thing is that she was able to get someone to poop their pants. She was that funny. She should have taken that as a compliment.